What's going on, family? Black Steel from Black Steel Entertainment, the home of the independent artists. And when I welcome you again to the 38th Village podcast, happy Black History Month. I missed out yesterday and my days be melding together and I missed out and didn't even recognize that it was Black History Month. So I missed one day. I'm trying to get it to the point where I could basically talk about at least one black important person in history for this whole month. So I already missed one day. But I was talking about myself, so I guess I didn't. But anyway, like I said, good morning and welcome. Good morning, everybody. I see y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all coming through again. Like the title says, if you've seen it, we come from greatness, and we should try to instill that within our children. We are not savages, like people want the world to believe. Even when we was in huts in Africa, we wasn't savages. We was definitely advanced, more advanced than a lot of other countries that had better technology. Because even if you want to talk about Shaka Zulu, because I always loved his story and the movie, everything about it, and him, because it was like when the Europeans came over and tried to take over the land, they fought back with spears and knives and arrows against people that had guns and way more people than them. And they still won. Why? Because their minds was great. We come from greatness. We are not savages. We are not hoodlums. We are not what society wants us to believe that we are. We are way more than that. And we got to be able to instill that in our children. Let your children know where they come from. We come from kings and queens. We didn't come from savages. We didn't live in caves. We didn't live in caves. We didn't do all that. We came from greatness. You gotta let your kids know. That everybody's saying this, hey queen, hey king. You have to believe that. You have to believe that. It's a lot of people that did a lot of things in our history, what they teach us in the books. But it's so much more. There's so much more people that they missing out on that they don't talk about in the books. Did y'all know that a black person made the first perm? That's funny, right? Well, we the ones who needed it, so I guess I guess it need to be one of us to make it. But good morning, cuz. But like I said, we come from greatness. There's a lot of black inventors that they don't even talk about. And we need to try to share that with our children. Let them know that they can do the same thing. They don't have to be just a basketball player, just a rapper, just a producer, just this. You can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it and you work hard, because none of that's going to come easy to us. You know that. None of that's coming easy to us. So we got to work harder and instill that in our kids that it's not going to be an easy road, but you can do it. Yeah, I see you here today. Good morning. You better be here today. You off of work. But it's very important to let our kids know these things. I know that a lot of people try to instill the best things in their kids. I understand that. And that they only let the schools teach their kids. So the kids are only learning from what the schools teach them, which is dumbed down to me. It's dumbed down. It's not what we really need them to know. Because that's the version of them to keep them maintained, keep them believing that they're not special. They're not important. That they're not kings and queens. I know that's right. There's some people out there believe that they needed the perm, but I don't think we need it either. I love natural. I love natural. You don't gotta be having no perms and all that stuff going on. But like I said, we gotta continue to teach them that they're kings and queens. They're not savages. They're not what everybody wants us to think they are. We gotta take that stereotype and get rid of it within us, because we the ones who are actually extending that stereotype on a lot of situations. We're the ones who are saying, "Oh yeah, this is that and this is that. This person is this person is that." We're better than that. We're better than that. We're not out here. There's a lot of us, believe it or not, but they don't show it. There's a lot of us out here that are doing very positive things. There's a lot of us. And they don't put that in the spotlight. They only show us in a negative light to continue the propaganda about us being negative people and violent people. For the most violence that we've done is because we're fighting back. It's nothing to do with, oh, we was born this way, like they try to say, we were born savages, we are this kind of people, we are this kind of people. Nobody's born like that. It's only taught. And if your parents teaching you this stuff, then most likely you're gonna go that route. But we have to tell our kids how important it is to be black. Black is beautiful. Black is strong. And if we actually stuck together with all of that, you know, the amount of things that we can do for our communities, for the world. Africa is, well, it was one of the richest countries until they started raping the lands and taking all the minerals and everything out of it and using it up. Now they're one of the poorest because they're being forced to be poor. But they're still growing. There's still societies and little communities and everything in it that's really thriving. People are not starving in some communities. I mean, some areas, some people are not starving. There's a lot of rich people in Africa. If we are so stupid, feeble-minded, like they say, like we really don't have brains and we are stupid, we're born stupid, like they try to portray. If we are this, how come all these things was going on? How come pyramids was built and nobody knows how it was made? They blame it on aliens. There ain't no aliens, man. Black people built them pyramids. Black people built them pyramids. Wasn't no aliens. And how? How did they get them thousands of pounds of rock up the walls and to be that smooth and that, you know what I mean? The architecture of it, of all of it, is ridiculous. And they can't understand how it could be done, so they blame it on aliens. They blame it on everything else. Yo, you silly Lily. Excuse me. But we built so many things, and they basically either took credit for it or tore it down or anything. Because like the Mayans, they wasn't black, but you know what I mean, they was Hispanic, and they tore down they temples and everything. That was ruins, and some of the stuff you can't even find. These people was thriving way before anybody came around. Why? Because we're born with, we come from greatness. We come from, you look into history, even they mad that they find it, that the oldest bones that they ever found was from black people. They pissed off about that. So they're trying to find another way and doing all this other stuff to say, oh no, that wasn't the oldest bones. This was the oldest bones and all this other stuff, and trying to put things in the mix. But they know what's up. They know what's up. And we got to let our kids know what's up. Let our families know what's up. We all come from greatness. All of us. And I'm trying to keep pushing that. It's Black History Month. And I'm hoping that the things that I do from this point on will actually try to make some of them books. Yeah, you would be a crazy co-host. I don't know if you could keep the profanity down. I'm trying to keep the profanity down, so I don't know if you can do that. But you would be funny as a co-host. Having my coffee, boy. I ain't have coffee in a couple of days. I've been going crazy. What's going on, nephew? Thanks for stopping by. But like I said, we come from greatness, and I'm glad that you even came in here, nephew, because you're the younger generation, and you need to know that what they put in the news about black people are not true. We are not savages. We come from kings and queens. We was kings and queens in Africa before they even came there to make us into slaves. It was several different tribes, kings and queens in each tribe. We had our own land. We had everything. And then they took it from us and then tried to promise them 40 acres and a mule. We already had more than 40 acres. We had hundreds of acres and thousands of mules. But this is what they put in the air. You know what I mean? This is what they put in the air. We are better than that. And we got to know that. Once we know that, that's when we truly woke. Everybody talking about stay woke, wake up, and all this stuff. If you know where you come from, and you know how great you are, truly know how great you are, you will be woke. I've been woke. I know that I might not be the best person, but I'm the best me, and I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep pushing. So these are things that we got to tell our kids so our kids can grow up and be proud of themselves. Yeah, exactly. It's his story. It's what they put in the books. When people put things out there, you know what I mean? It's people take it as fact. Even like when I tell my kids something that I've learned or whatever the case may be, I let them know, yes, I'm telling you this, but research it yourself. Research it yourself. Try to find out if this is actually true for you. Everybody got to find their own truth. And finding out who you are is the best truth ever. Once you find out where you come from and who you are, then everything fits. You'll change the way you move. You're like, oh, how am I acting like this? I'm out here doing this dumb stuff, and I'm a king? Like, wow. No, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this, because kings don't act like this. Kings don't act like this. Yes, things gonna still happen. It's not gonna stop society from looking at you in a negative light. But once you start looking at yourself, things will change for you. What's going on, bro? I ain't see you in a long time, man. Mr. Sinclair, haven't seen you in a long time. But like I was saying, it's really important to let your kids know what and where they came from. I know a lot of people doing this Ancestry.com and all this type of stuff. I'm thinking about it myself because I want to see how far that goes. Dig deep into where I come from and who I came from. You know what I mean? Like hundreds of years down the line, who was my ancestors? This is things that I'm thinking about, so I could have more. Excuse me. So I can have more information for my kids. The greater you know that you are, the greater you'll act. And things just gonna keep coming for you. You know what I mean? More positive things gonna keep coming to you once you start looking at yourself different. If you believe that you are nothing, you're gonna act like you're nothing. So you need to really step up all of that. You know what I mean? Step up everything. It's a lot of things that I do now that I would have never thought about doing when I was younger. First of all, this right here, even this right here, people that know me personally, really close to me, I ain't no public speaker. It's still a little different because I'm not actually in your face. know what I mean? But to even know that y'all out there listening, sometimes it's like, oh goodness, I get nervous. And like, man, the first day I did this, I was going crazy. Stomach going crazy. Felt like I had to go to the bathroom, everything. It was really crazy, man. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go talk in front of people. Don't be in school and they talk about a presentation. A presentation? Man. But I've been doing a lot of things that I wouldn't normally do. Like I said in a recent podcast the other day, I'm actually the family chairperson, family committee chair at my kids' school, which is basically the PTA president. That's something I would have never did. Never, ever did. And I ain't gonna lie, I almost wasn't it. My wife in the back like, put your hand up. You can do it. You can do it. And everybody need that person in their background too. You know what I mean? You need that person on your back to sometimes enforce how great you are. Because sometimes everybody falls short and don't, you know what I mean, have their little doubts sometimes. And depending on the kind of person you are, you have those doubts. You know what I mean? And that was me. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I could do it. And my wife was like, man, listen, you can do it. I know you can do it. You got this. Go ahead, get it. And I was like, okay, let me raise my hand. And so far, I've been doing good. You know what I mean? A couple of presentations under the belt. And yeah, love you too, bro. You gotta talk about it, man. Because if you don't, how's it going to be passed on? Everybody look at these books and everything like that, like I just was talking about, but this is stuff that somebody else has wrote. This is somebody else's perspective. You got to have your own perspective. And before books was even around, people was handing down tradition through their family. They tell their family this, recipes and everything. Everything was passed down. This happened to your grandfather. This was this. This was this. And this is how we learn about our heritage and everything like that. So it's basically got to go back to the basics. The basics is we have to teach our kids where they come from. And we come from greatness, so we should why not want to share that? That's something we should all want to share. This is something that we all should share. You know what I mean? It's a great thing. Now, in our time, we haven't had too many what you could say, black heroes. Not too many. The most people that they look at it now are entertainers as our black heroes. And some of them are, because they're doing positive things in the community. Some of them are. Like Denzel Washington, he always doing something, always helping out communities and speaking up for us all the time. You know what I mean? So there are some stars out there that's doing their thing and doing positive things so that the younger people can understand where they come from and how important they are in the community. So that's like I said, that's really good. But one of my main things that I want to talk about, far as this time, we had a black president. Wow. Who y'all? Truthfully, did y'all ever think that we would have one? I don't care how he got in there. I don't care if they felt like he was a puppet. They felt like, hey, let's just give them what they want so they can leave us alone. I don't care how that happened. But truthfully, did any of y'all ever think that we would have a black president? Because I know I didn't. I didn't think we would ever have a black president. Now I'm looking for a Hispanic president, an Indian president. Well, I'm going to say Native American president, sorry. But I'm looking for it. I'm hoping for it. Because this country needs a change. We need to get more people in power that looks like us so that the younger people can know that they can do it too. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of black people right now, right? Little young kids right now believing they could be the president, which they never probably thought about it. 'Cause I know I ain't never think I could be the president. Shit, sorry, I'm cursing. I never thought I could be the president of the PTA. So, so I never. It don't really come to you like that. You grow up in a certain neighborhood and you like, man, listen, this dude over here making money, whatever case may be. He's selling drugs. I'm gonna go sell drugs too, cause I know I could get some money that way. Or this person playing ball. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go that way. A lot of people push for it, and a lot of people just stop because they don't see the end. They don't see that they could actually do it. That's why I give props to Tinsley, that he made it to the NBA. Somebody from the hood made me feel real good because a lot of kids are watching. These kids are watching, especially from the hood. People are watching. People from your neighborhood actually make it. You should be happy. There shouldn't be no hate. There shouldn't be no hate at all. Everybody should be like, yo, that's what's up, man. I know I'm always happy whenever I see any black person doing something good, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I drive by sometimes people's houses and I'm like, yo, that house is crazy. And then I see a black family come out of it. I'm like, yo, go ahead. I don't know what you do, but go ahead, man. Go ahead. Because it's hard for us to do something. We gotta work extra hard for everything we do. And we still do it. That's what makes us, that's what proves that we kings and queens. We come from greatness. They give us dirt and we build a house. You know what I mean? They give us the scraps of food. We made chitlins and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? They gave us scraps and we made meals out of it. Who does that? And now they eating it. The stuff that they wouldn't eat before. We come from greatness. We do great things with anything. Anything you give us, we come back stronger with it. Anything. Anything. They beat us, we came back stronger. We escaped, we did whatever, and we got up out of them situations. And we grew from it. We got to continue to grow. They didn't want to educate us. We educated ourselves. Malcolm X went to jail and read thousands of books. Taught himself how to read. And then started teaching other people. Taught himself how to read by reading the dictionary. He started with the abbreviations and everything like that and started building himself. Frederick Douglass, he had a little help, but he was taught too. You know what I mean? He basically taught himself. He had a little help, but he basically taught himself how to read. We get nothing and make something out of it. If that ain't a king and queen, I don't know what that is, man. We born from greatness. We come from greatness. So everything we do, we can make it great. If we just keep pushing, you can't stop. Most people stop right before they succeed because they didn't think they was going to, but they was right there and they stopped. How many people running a race and soon they're about to get to the rope or the tape or whatever you call it, they slow down because they felt they got it. And then another person's zoom right past them and go through the tape. You got to take them chances. You got to go. Just keep trying. Don't stop. Like I said, you come from greatness. Why would you stop? We're all great. And we got to stay great. I love my coffee. Since we was talking about Barack Obama, I want to know, where were you when you first heard that he became the president? Where were you? What was you doing when you first heard that Barack Obama was the president? The first black president. Not saying African American because we didn't actually come from Africa. Our ancestors did, but we was born here, so we should be just called Americans. We should be just called Americans, but since we are of African descent, we are African American. They don't say Chinese American, they don't say European American, they don't say all these other things, but we are African Americans. So I'm just say black people, which are actually brown. What is that? Oh, Lily, is that color purple? Yo, get out of here, yo. Is that what that is for real though? Oh, okay. Oh, so y'all was actually waiting for it or doing something that everybody found out at the same time. That's what's up though. When you first heard it, how did you feel? Did you feel proud? Because I know when I heard it, I felt very proud. Excuse me. And I was shocked at the same time. I was shocked at the same time because I was hoping and praying that he won, but I didn't believe he would. I didn't believe he would because I was like, they're not going to let a black man become president. They're not going to do that. So I was really surprised. But I was I was actually on the bus going to the shelter. I was living in the shelter trying to get Section 8. And I was going to the I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Skyline or something like that. This was over by the airport. I know a lot of y'all might know who it is, where it's at, because we've been through it. But I was going to the shelter to bring some of my stuff up there. And I'm on the bus, and the bus went bananas. I didn't know what was going on because I'm just like, yo, everybody just started yelling. People outside going crazy. Oh, I'm like, what's going on? I'm looking around. And I said, Obama is the president. Obama, he won. I'm like, yo, just like happy. Just tears come to my eyes. Like, yo, that's crazy. One of us is in the office. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Yes, we can. Yes, that's what the whole bus was saying. That the whole bus was saying, the cars was beeping horns. Like, yo, yes, we can. It's like, yo, I will never forget where I was when Obama became president, because it was like so crazy. It was so crazy. I was so happy that one of us made it that far. Yes, cuz very proud, man. I was like, yo, one of us made it to be a president. That's crazy. That's crazy. One of us is the president of the United States. Of the United States. So I'm like, yo, yes, we can. We all can. We all can. Like I said, we come from greatness. So why? I don't even know why I doubted it. But at that time, I was doubting a lot of things because, times wasn't right for me. So I was doubting a lot of things, but that was confirmation that a lot of things could happen in this country that we think that we can't do, or we can't complete or accomplish. But that's what happens when we actually stick together. Black person going for president? The drug dealers came off the corner. Everybody went to vote. Everybody went to vote. Drug dealers came off the corners. Prostitutes came off the corners. Everybody stopped what they were doing and went and voted. That's what happens when we actually come together and do stuff. Why? Because we great. We make things happen. Why? Because it's the shortest month. They're just trying to give us something, make us feel good about it. That's what I believe. Listen, it's the shortest month. Hey, just give them something, so like, okay, at least they could leave us alone about that, just like they did. I feel they kind of could have possibly did with Obama, just try to throw us a bone. But after the thought process kicked in, I'm like, yo, that's because we are great. We all put our heads together and got out there and voted for that man, even if we didn't listen to none of his politics. I never knew about him until he was running. truthfully, I'm gonna be honest. I never knew about Obama until he was actually running. I'm not a political type of person, so I was not following the politics. I never was really following anything until I seen they said Barack Obama, black man, whatever, is running for president. Now I'm looking. Like, hold up. Because you know when Jesse did it, we all looked, but we all was disappointed at the end. But this one just felt different. It just felt different. And I was like, okay, I got to start watching this because I need to be updated on it. Even though I didn't watch every single debate or anything like that, I heard a little bit. I'm like, all right, he good. And then when they was talking about him smoking weed, and they asked him, did he inhale? He looked around like, what's the reason to smoke then? Like, basically like, of course I inhaled. That's the whole purpose. I said, my, with the, with the Denzel Washington face. My, like for real though, what's the reason? Like, what's the name talking about? He smoked, but he didn't inhale. That's stupid. Who does that? Who smokes and don't inhale? So for him to be real like that, that was he sold me on that one. He sold me with that. You know what I mean? So he sold me on the fact that he should be the president because he's real. He's not sugarcoating anything. And he's still not to this day. He's out of office and he's still speaking his mind. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because that just shows he's not scared. He's not scared of any repercussions. Even though as a president you got extra security. Even after you've been president for years and you've been out of office for years, you still have high clearance security to protect you from anything. So it was like, for him to still do it, even though he's out of office, is like, he's real, man, and he's still talking about everything. Still pushing positive vibes for the country like he's still the president. And that's what a president should do. Should look out for the people. We're not going to even go into this president because we really don't know what color he is. He white, black, brown, orange. We don't know what he is, so we can't even talk about that right here. Oh, that's why they say we got Black History Month. Because of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Because they was born in February. But listen, if that's what it took to give us something, hey, later for it, I'll take it. I'm to the point where I'm just ready to take whatever, as long as it's gonna push us forward. Oh, y'all give us this? Oh, y'all gave us welfare? Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it, but don't stay on it. Don't try to live off it for the rest of your life. Make it a stepping stone. Take these things, like I said about the chitlins and the dirt. They gave us dirt, we built a house. They gave us pig guts, we put vinegar on it and all that and ate that. Pig feet, we ate that. Made a better meal out of it. So it's the same thing with welfare. Don't stay on it. Get it? Of course get it. Of course get it. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. Get it. But use it as a stepping stone to build off of and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Build off of it and stack your bread up as much as you can. Do everything that you can to get off of it, but use it as a stepping stone to build on. So a lot of people out here, it's sad to say, like they selling food stamps and everything like that. You got to do what you got to do if you're selling food stamps to keep the lights on or to pay the rent but if you're doing it for something like you want to smoke weed, that's the wrong way of going about it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, they ain't giving us no 2 months. Feats. But like I was saying, excuse me, it's all about greatness. They talking about how they gave us February. Well, like I said, I thought it was because it's the shortest month. They just wanted to throw us a bone. But I'm seeing they talk about it was about people that was Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Like I said, whatever they give us, take it. Take it. Just don't make it your life. Even with Section 8. If they paying all of your rent and you only paying $15 or something like that, or whatever the case may be, all that other money should be saved. Don't go buy red bottoms. Don't go buy half a pound of weed. Don't go on cruises and all that type of stuff. Save that bread. Because once that cruise is over, once you smoked all that weed, once the hills fall off them red bottoms, or however, if the soul run down, or whatever the case may be, you're still going to have these problems. You're still going to have that you're still going to be in the dirt. You got to try to climb out. That's what it's all about. And hopefully the things that I'm doing here will help some of y'all get up out the dirt. That's what I'm trying to do. I want our people out of the dirt. We come from greatness. Remember that. Remember that. We come from greatness, so you're supposed to take everything and make something else with it. You know, they say you give you lemons. They give you lemons, you make lemonade. That's how life should be. If you get anything that's easy, like I said, they give us, and actually it's not easy. I'm going to change that. Because I was about to say they give us welfare, but that's not even easy to get. They give everybody a hard time, 1,000 pages of paperwork to fill out just to get something that's going to feed you. And I don't feel like it should be that hard to get something to help you survive. Yes, people could go out and get a job, but it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people. Like I was just talking about a few minutes ago, how I was going to the shelter when I found out that Barack Obama became president. I was on my way to the shelter. Not that I had to. I'm going to keep it 100. I didn't have to, because I could have been home with my family, but I was out there doing what I wanted to do, and and trying to make my own moves, and you know what I mean, be a grown man, a grown A man. You know how we all say. I know, fellas, I'm a grown man, so I'm out there doing what I thought I supposed to have been doing, and that whole situation didn't go right. But what I'm saying is that everybody had a times where we just got to build off it. We got to build off it. We got to grow. They give us something, we got to grow with it. We don't let it be our life. Don't let food stamps, welfare, Section 8, all these things be your life. Because that's what, all these things that I just mentioned, all of that was put into play to control us. Because look at this. If the woman is on food stamps or welfare, they want the man to pay back them food stamps or welfare if he's not living in the home. Section 8 don't even want your man in the house. They want you to move him out. He can't even stay in the house because y'all not married. So now y'all got to break up the relationship. Or he got to be somewhere else. He can't even be a part of the household if y'all not married. Yes, if y'all together and y'all could get married, if y'all been together that long and y'all really love each other, that could be the case. But why is it that if I'm with this person for 10 years, we've been living together or being together for 10 years, and she decides to get on Section 8 or needs Section 8, not decide to get on. She needs Section 8 to be able to provide a house, some shelter for her family, because times is hard. It's hard. And you tell her, well, if you're going to do this, he can't be there. he can't live there. He can come visit, but he can't live there. He can't do this. He can't do this. Or we're gonna take your Section 8 from you. What's up, bro? We're gonna take your Section 8 from you. So this is crazy how they even put these things in place. But they are put in place to control you. It's telling you what you can and cannot do. You can't be this, you can't do that. Even like the housing authority, they even switched it up, and I think this was kind of a good thing, that no smoking in the house. Like, that smoking be killing me. I can't hate to go in somebody's house and it just smell like smoke all day, or the walls are turning brown from smoke. So that's kind of a good thing. But at the same time, if I'm paying my rent all the time, never late, never no problems, you never hear no fighting going on at my house, there's no problems at my house, the apartment is not damaged, there's nothing, everything is up to par, I never destroyed your property, I never did none of this, why I can't do what I want to do in it? So I don't understand that part. But all these things was put into place to control people. But like I said, we're great, so we shouldn't let that be a plateau. You know what I mean? You got to keep climbing. Don't stop and just sit there. Keep it moving. Lily, okay. I'm about to block you. Yo, you crazy. I feel you though. I feel you though. Because, like I said, when people need it, it's a different situation. I just don't like when people take advantage of it. I don't like when people be on welfare and never try to get a job. Never try. You just all you do is sit in the house, smoke weed, drink Old English 800. You know what I mean? You ain't even step up to Coronas. You still at 800. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Get out of that. Stop that. Don't just sit in the house. Do something now. You got now, especially now with technology. You get your food stamps or whatever. You get your cash or whatever you're doing with your stuff. Take that money and start a business. You can start a business for $500. That's all your paperwork, everything. You can start everything for $500. That comes with your website, everything. $500. You can start the business. My daughter just started a business. She on Facebook showing her certificates and all that. She owned a business. All it really takes is $500. Yes, find something that you can do that's not going to really kill the bank. But it's so many things that you could do. It's crazy. You start a business. Amazon got affiliate programs. Best Buy got affiliate programs that you can work with them, and all you got to do is put their stuff on your website, and then when the person click on it and buy it, you get money off of it. There's so many other ways to make money. It's crazy. You have to take what you get and make something better out of it. That's the whole point of all of that. Be great. Be great. There's so many other things that we could do. Don't settle for nothing. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for, oh, okay, I'm getting this food stamps or whatever. My food stamps come this time, that time. Yes, you should be happy because you'll be able to feed your family. But don't make this your legacy. Don't make it that when you die, you was on food stamps your whole entire life. Now, if you have health problems, and you can't move, you can't do this as well as you should be able to do, I understand that. I understand that you might not be pushing to get off of welfare. But at the same time, like I just said, there are ways to make money without leaving your house. You can make money in your sleep. So I don't understand. There's no excuses no more. There's no excuses no more why you don't have money. Why this, why that. Now, it's going to take some time. That's the only thing you're really going to be spending. It's time. But like I said, $500 for your whole setup. and you could do that. They got LegalZoom, and they have InkFile. InkFile is a little cheaper, and it comes with a website. So these are things that you can do. Sell T-shirts. It's places like Wish. I know that you might not want to get stuff from Wish because a lot of people complain about the quality of the products. But certain items that you buy come good. I buy like baseball caps and stuff like that from there all the time. Now they do take a long time to come sometimes, but you buy the baseball caps. I go get it embroidered, put my emblem or logo or whatever on it, and I can sell those. You do the same thing for your thing. Now they got Shopify. Shopify is like the same thing, and they hook you up with companies for drop shipping. So for $9 and change a month membership fee, you can do something. So if you're getting food stamps and you getting cash or whatever, even if you're getting food stamps for these people that's selling their food stamps, you selling your food stamps. If you're gonna really do that, do it for a reason. Like I said, if it's to turn your lights on, to keep your lights on, get your heat ready, your gas ready, of course you gotta do what you gotta do. So take that money, put it on something that you could do. Like I said, they got drop shipping options on Shopify. You set up your website, and it's easy to do. Set up your website. The companies give you the pictures, the descriptions, everything. All you gotta do is add it onto your site. When people buy it, the thing goes to these people. Let them know that that somebody placed the order. The order comes back. They ship it to the people with your company name on it, and you making money. You sleep, and this is happening because it's the internet. While you sleeping, somewhere in the world, somebody's woke because of the time differences. So if you doing this, like I said, they give you something, make something out of it. Be great with it. Take what you could get and shine. You know how many people come straight out of jail and shine? Because they got some knowledge. They had nothing but time to read. You know what I mean? I'm going to be dropping some jewels in these podcasts for a lot of stuff that I'm doing, I'm pushing towards, and everything like that I did my research on already. So you might not have to do as much research, but I'm going to help y'all be great if I could. Because we come from greatness. We gotta capitalize on that. We gotta capitalize on that. You get food stamps, you get cash, work that. Take that, find you a job, not a job. Create you a business online. If you like to write a book, send it to Amazon. They will print it up for you when people buy it. You know what I mean? They print it up for you when somebody buy it. You don't have to have no inventory, anything. You write your book, you can make it an ebook online on Amazon. Amazon will do all the transactions for you. Of course, they're going to take their little cut for doing the work, but your book is online and you never had to pay for books to be actually printed. The only time you have to pay for it to be printed when somebody buys a printed copy. Other than that, anybody ebooks. Make it for the Kindle things, the little readers and all that stuff. Set it up for that. People gonna buy it. If people buy your book, you get that bread. They take their part. You get the majority of it. You're self-publishing. So whatever it is that you want to do or have interest in, believe me, it's a way to do it. Like me, I first of all, I have my bachelor's in organizational management. I'm certified audio and sound engineer, and I'm also a music producer. I haven't really worked with no major people yet, but little heads and theirs. From that, right now I'm putting together podcasts. I'm putting together books because all these things are going to start helping me generate money. T-shirts, all that type of stuff. T-shirts is still making money. T-shirts. You know how many people starting clothing lines? It's crazy. It's crazy how the clothing lines are going crazy right now. Look at Lifestyle. Lifestyle started off with a couple of items. And now they got warehouses. Crazy. From the hood. From our hood. You know what I mean? They from Brooklyn. They be in Brooklyn all day. This is things that we all can do. Like I said, we gotta be great. You know what I mean? You take what you get and make it into something else. We come from greatness. We create greatness. Every time we make a kid, we create greatness. Now you just gotta mold it. You just gotta mold it so they could create greatness. It's all around us. But a lot of us take what they give us and be comfortable with it. You can't be comfortable. Once you become comfortable, stagnated, you're not gonna push hard because you're like, yo, this right here is paying for this. I'm good. This paying for this. I could pay my lights. I could pay this. I could do this or this, and I could smoke a blunt and drink Old English 800. That can't be where you want to stop at, though. That can't be where you want to stop at. You got to be able to keep going, and what's going to do that is just a little bit of time. Put your time in. Read your books. If you have to, go to these free seminars or whatever the case may be. But YouTube will tell you everything. Go on YouTube. Man, like I said in the other video, I do not hardly watch TV. If I'm watching TV, I'm actually on a smart TV watching YouTube. For the most part, that's all I do all day. I'm learning all day. All day. They say that successful people read a minimum of 100 books a year. Whew, that's a lot of reading. I don't like reading. But I read a lot and I learn a lot every day. Daudible is my best friend because I don't have to actually read it. I can listen to it. I done listened to hundreds of books already. Spanish and everything, trying to learn Spanish. I'm in everything. You got to keep learning. You can't stop. Once you stop, that's it, man. You got to keep pushing no matter what. No matter what it is, you got to keep pushing. You got to make something out of nothing. Yeah, them audio books, I love them, cuz. I love them. I love them. I stay on Audible. And then they giving free books every month. You get 2 extra free books every month. So even though it don't be self-help books, it be more novels that's not really selling. You know what I mean? But I guess it's not selling. I'm not going to say it's not selling because I don't know. But it's mostly novels and stuff like that. I don't really read novels. Every book that I read is a self-help book or autobiography. I'm learning from somebody else's situation or I'm learning how to change minds. I don't read nothing else. I don't want to see no Harry Potter. I don't want to see no bitch better have my money. None of them kind of books. None of that stuff. I don't read none of that. All I want to do is learn. Right now, I'm between music and real estate. Those are the things that I'm studying 24/7 right now. All the time, I'm on a video learning one or the other. Those are my 2 things right now. And soon, I'm about to drop my feet up in that real estate pool. I'm about to really get into that, and I already researched ways to do it without money. So that's another thing. Like I said, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things. You don't really need the money. You might need a little couple of hundred. You know what I mean? But if you're selling your food stamps for 100, you got the money. Stop thinking negative. Stop thinking about weed and quick gratification. You gotta look for the long run. We all gotta look for the long run. And this is it said it takes a village to raise a child. We are all still children of God. For the people that believe in God, we're still children of God. So we still have time to be raised, even though we're in our 40s, 30s, or whatever age you are, 50s, 60s, whatever age you are, still got time to grow. Until you dead, you got time to grow. So do what you got to do. Like that song Smile. with Snoop and what's his name? Lil Duval song, Smile. If you breathing, you're achieving. Keep it going. Do what y'all gotta do. Because only person that's stopping you is you. Only person that's stopping you is you. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Be great. We come from greatness. I'm gonna keep saying that. We come from greatness and we have to keep being great. Do things to be great. You don't have to do things to seem great in other people's eyes. Like recently, Drake gave 2 McDonald's workers $10,000 each cash in their hand. He didn't post that he was doing it. He didn't post and say, hey, look what I'm doing. Look at this. No, them people be walking around and they passing out money to homeless people, but they recording it to show that they doing it. Yes, it's great that you're doing it. But what are you doing it for? You doing it for them or you doing it for you? You know what I mean? I don't knock the people that's, you know what I mean, giving money to them, but what are you doing it for? What is your reason for the video? What is your reason for that? That's my whole point. What's the reason for that part? To show people that you're doing stuff? That's none of their business what you're doing. You do what you do out of your heart. This is why I started this podcast. It's from my heart. Exactly. Real estate and funeral homes. I'm going to stay away from the funeral homes, though. I ain't going to lie. I don't want to be playing with no bodies and none of that. I might just, if I was to do something with a funeral home, I would be the owner. That's it. I come around, make sure everything going straight, and I'm gone. I'm not playing with no funeral homes. I don't want to be around that energy. Because they say your I'm trying to think of the way they say it, but they say you are basically the equivalent or the average of your 5 closest friends or type of thing like that or something like that. They say, I can't get the exact word. If anybody knows what I'm saying, put it down in the description. In the comments. But being around death all the time, I don't think that would be a good situation for me. Because to me, that's negative energy coming in. You know what I mean? You got to try to push all that negative out. If you constantly seeing death, how can you live? It's to me, it's morbid and sad. So I can't see myself doing that. I can't see myself being involved in it. I would invest, like you're saying, I would invest because it's just a business situation. And to make sure that the people are getting the best out of it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to invest in a company that's not treating the families right, not being sympathetic or showing empathy to the families. Because I know if my family passed away, my family member passed away, and I go to a funeral home and I go there and they just tossing my family member body around or doing some, not treating it right and doing it, I'm gonna tear somebody's head off. So it gotta be a situation where the company is good. I'm not worrying about the money in that situation, but the company has to be good. So I don't. That's something that I wouldn't get involved in. I need positive stuff, and that's what everybody needs to surround themselves with. A family friend, Gerard, said to me one time, he said, if you was to hit the Mega Millions, would you keep the same friends? And of course, quick, me being me, I'm a loyal dude. I said, yeah. And he said, well, you're going to lose all that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, first of all, when you got that kind of money, it's always going to be somebody that's trying to break you down. It's going to be jealous people around all the time. You have to put yourself around people that's doing the same thing or be in the same situation as you if you're going to continue to grow. And I see that a lot with hip-hop artists. They start doing what they're doing, they make their money, and they try to stay in the hood, or they bring the hood with them. And then something happens hoodish, and they lose their career. They lose all the money that they worked for because they're fighting a charge. Look at 6ix9ine right now. He built his whole career off of the hood. And now he's facing charges and all this type of stuff. And then, well, right now, they saying basically they dropping charges on him. So that don't sound like a good situation for him. But my whole point to bringing him up is that once you bring the whole hood with you, it brings you down. You can't do that. MC Hammer he lost millions. He brought 50-something people everywhere he went. 50-something people everywhere he went. You got to pay all these people. These people were out here dancing. Some people just jumping around the stage, whatever. All these people got to get paid. Or want to get paid at least. You know what I mean? You out there. I'm out here with you. You can't support everybody. You have to move on. And it's messed up that crab in the barrel syndrome is very prevalent in the black community. Soon as you make some money, and I swear it could be, you could hit $100 on the numbers, and somebody is saying this nigga think he better than me. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, although I'm loyal, I'm be loyal to an extent. I'm still gonna love my people. I'm still gonna come through. But if you have that money, you shouldn't even have the time to hang out no more, truthfully. Because even if I hit $100 million, that don't mean I stop working. That means the work starts. Because you gotta try to keep it. You gotta try to keep it. That's the hardest part. Trying to keep it is the hardest part. You have to work harder to keep it than you work to get it. Probably spent $10 on tickets and you won $100 million. Now you have to try to keep it. I know y'all all heard stories about people that won the lotto and lost it all. You had triple-digit millions. How can you lose it all? Not putting your mind to it. You give me 100,000, I'll be a millionaire soon. I'll be a millionaire soon. I say that if you give me 50,000, 10,000, how my mind is now, younger, no, I'd have messed it all up younger. But how my mind is now, I'll get there. I'm a little over the time, but I really enjoy talking to all of y'all. So, it's not much, but gotta do what gotta do for the day. Still got a lot of things to do today. Like I said in the beginning, it's about being great. We come from greatness. Let's keep that going. And later let's make America great again. Let's make our people great again. We know that we come from greatness, but a lot of people are scared to try. They're scared to try. And that was one of my problems, not gonna lie, because I'm like, Dad, what if it don't go right? Excuse me. What if it don't go right? What if I try this and I fail? That is the worst mind frame that you could have. Because if you don't try, you already lost. I hear you. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna be going soon too. I'm just finishing up right now. But we'll get my cousins. But yeah, you gotta be great. You know what I mean? It's too much stuff that we can do to build off of. It's a lot of things that we could do to build off of and make something happen for our families, for our communities, because it's really I never wanted to believe in it because I felt I was grown, and a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, actually one person said it to me as a grown man that it takes a village to raise a child, and I'm like, yo, this dude about to get his chin checked. You know what I mean? Talking about a child, but as I got older, I understood more. You know what I mean? It do take a village to raise a child. Everybody is still growing. Everybody is still growing. No matter how old you are, you still got time to grow. As long as you're alive, you got time to grow. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep pushing forward, keep trying to help, because that's where some of the greatness come from. We have to teach. We have to teach people about their greatness. What's up, cuz? It's a lot of people that don't know how great they are. And like I said, start with your children. Let your children know how great they are. Let them know where they come from. Yes, we might not have all the details of where we come from, but we all know that we come from kings and queens. We come from great inventors. A lot of our inventions have been stolen, but we come from greatness. George Washington Carver. You know what I mean? I just can't remember the dude that did the perm, but I'll bring that up another time. But we made so much stuff. The traffic light, all of that is black people. Stuff that we use every day. Mostly everything we use every day, a lot of it comes from black people inventions that was stolen or just hidden, that we the ones who actually did it. So, like I said, forget about making America great again. Let's make our peoples great again. Because the greatness never went anywhere. They just cast a shadow over it so that we could believe that we're not great. So let's push forward. Like I said, let your kids know how great they are. And try to help out as much as you can with people in your community. I'm going to continue to grow, and I hope you do too. Again, happy Black History Month. And I'm out.